Hi, welcome back to Healthy Living. Now I'm here with Caitlin Hunter. Caitlin is a corporate affairs representative for Chevron, but she's also connected to us this month. She is our Healthier North Shore St. Tammany United and Pearl ambassador. So welcome, Caitlin.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. We appreciate it. So you know that we are celebrating St. Tammany United and Pearl, and we reached out to you to be our ambassador because we know your story, but I want you to tell people why you decided to be our ambassador for our inaugural Awareness Month about lung cancer.
Sure. I have a really unique story. Both of my dads passed from lung cancer, and both of them could have been could have prevented it by having a low-dose CT scan earlier in their treatment process. So just like going to your annual physician every year or getting a mammogram, it should have been part of their portfolio as smokers. And I really want to raise awareness for low-dose CT scans to ensure that people prolong their lives and are able to be around for those milestone events that both of my dads are missing.
Yeah, so it's very, very personal to you. And you have knowledge of the low-dose CT scan, which is something that we're trying to raise awareness about with this Awareness Month. St. Tammany United is educate, screen, prevent. That's what we try to do. So the education part is, you know, you're talking about the low-dose CT scan. If you meet a certain criteria, you can get that low-dose CT scan, and it can detect the earliest of cancers.
Absolutely.
And start treatment right away.
Yep. And I know that St. Tammany Parish Hospitals is doing an event on November 11th, and you can call 871-LUNG to set up your low-dose CT scan, so you can learn more about that.
Yes. And so when you come out to our event, so St. Tammany United and Pearl is raising awareness, education, screening, prevention, and we're going to have the 2023 Power of Pearls Lung Cancer Walk at Fontainebleau State Park on November 4th, and you're going to be there, correct? And you're going to tell the multitude of people there your story. And also, you'll have that opportunity to get assessed to see if you qualify for that screening. So it's a pretty simple assessment, right?
Absolutely. And I think everybody should do it. Non-smokers are 20% of cancer patients for lung cancer. And so those people who think that they might have no real need to do it should just do it and add it to their annual portfolio. I do it. I've never smoked, but I want to make sure that should anything happen early, that it's detected and I can be there for my daughter.
So we definitely appreciate you being part of this. So what is it that you'd like people to know about why the month is so important, aside from the fact that, you know, go get screened, you know, if you're a smoker, this or that. I know we talk a lot about telling people that are the audience who are smokers or who may have been exposed to some chemical, but what about the people around them who know someone? So can you speak to that?
Sure. I think Lung Cancer Awareness Month is really important, and I'm really excited about the United and Pearl campaign. I'm hoping it takes off and has the visibility of something like the Komen Breast Cancer Walk. Raising awareness and education for low-dose CT scans or lung cancer in general, because of those who do smoke, don't smoke, or may have been exposed to something, could really help extend and prolong their lives. Excuse me. I'm really happy to be an ambassador for it because I feel like my story reaches a lot. My dads were both very special to me. My biological dad was a special ed teacher at North Shore High School for 34 years. He had retired for 3 and then found out he had stage 4 lung cancer. My stepdad was 56 years old when he passed, so he had a full life to live.
Right.
And if my story helps one person go get the scan and discover something early, I feel like I've done my job.
And what would you say to people who say, you know, my uncle's a smoker and I see him at Thanksgiving, but it's kind of weird to say, you know, you should go do this, or he used to smoke, or she used to smoke. What would you say to that person?
It's a little awkward, and while we're not here to bully smokers, those are choices people make. We do have the technology and tools to screen people to make sure that they can prolong their lives. Yes, smoking's bad. No, they shouldn't do it. Yes, have the awkward conversation. So my husband's father is my last surviving father, and I put a lot of pressure on him all the time and tell him, you're my last dad. You're it.
Right.
So this is big for me. And he's a casual cigar smoker. And so I make sure that he goes and gets his screening, and he always calls me after he does it to tell me he did it, and then calls and tells me with the results. And I couldn't be more proud of him for admitting that he should go in and get screened just so he could say to me that he was proud to do it.
Right.
Having those awkward conversations are important.
Yeah.
And if you want your loved one to be there longer, bullying in an appropriate way.
In an appropriate way.
Don't make them feel bad about their choices, but let them know that, there are these options available.
And we do want to talk about that because, there is a stigma behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want people to feel that they're alone in this battle, maybe because of their choices, but maybe not. It's, there's a high percentage, as we talked about, that are non-smokers. So let me just show what our t-shirt's going to look like, because we do have a t-shirt, but I want to show our tagline for it. And it's called "No Grit, No Pearl." And that kind of represents just what you were saying. You're going to have to fold it like the Gap again. But that kind of represents exactly what you're saying. There's no hardship. Without hardship, there's no beauty. And we know that people who are on a lung cancer journey are in a difficult situation because they have maybe that stigma of judgment, which we want to lift that stigma. We want to lift that judgment. We want to say, listen, whatever you think you might have done to contribute, don't worry about that. You've got a community that's supporting you, and we want you to come out, and we want you to get assessed, and we want you to get screened.
And I learned that 1 in 4 St. Tammany Parish residents are smokers. That's a big number.
That is.
That is somebody you know, that's a couple people you know, and possibly 3 people you know. And so spreading the word and doing the grassroots of go get screened, or come join us on November 4th at Fontainebleau State Park.
Right.
And celebrate those who have passed and learn more about how you can be a part of the movement or how you can get your low-dose CT screening. Those are really important things that you can do to take action and help kind of change those numbers.
Yes. So this is our first year, and we're excited about it. We're excited about our inaugural event. We kind of talked about why we hope that people come out. We want to let people know that this event is free and it's open to the public. Is there anything else you'd like to add around this topic, around St. Tammany United and Pearl, around your personal story?
I'm just so pleased to have the opportunity to tell my story. And if there's anything that you walk away with, is really give that number 871-LUNG a call. On November 11th, low-dose CT screenings with St. Tammany Parish Hospitals. Start young, start early, get it as a part of your routine, and hopefully you walk away and celebrate those milestones with your family.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Caitlin, for being here with us. We really appreciate it. I want to give a few more details about the walk. It's November 4th. It's at Fontainebleau State Park. You can go to sttamanyunited.org to find out more. And the event that Caitlin talked about is National Lung Cancer Screening Day. So that is November 11th. You can find more about that information at sttamanyunited.org as well. You have to be assessed for a lung cancer screening, and there are conditions that apply, but those will all be explained to you. And these t-shirts that we talked about are for sale in our St. Tammany Hospital gift shop on Tyler Street. The front says St. Tammany United and Pearl, and the back says no grit, no pearl. And of course, we're from Louisiana, so we like that oyster, and that's where the pearl comes from. So again, Caitlin, thank you so much for being here. And thank you all for joining us for Healthy Living. We will see you next time.